These are the champions. Do 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 the champions.
Never do that again.
Final games before the last 8. You ready?
Oh yeah, thanks for letting me come on this week. Last week it was football friends, wasn't it? Mark Goldbridge, Ben Foster turn up, and I'm kicked off.
I just needed some ball knowledge on there. If you want THOGDAD on these Champions League videos, we're gonna have to get 15,000 likes. Hashtag save THOGDAD in the comments.
You thought PSG would beat Bayern Munich. I've got a question for you,
Messi.
Theo. Your duvet cover, is it Lionel Messi?
Mark Goldbridge has already made that joke. Hashtag save THOGDAD. 15,000 likes or I'm kicking him off the show. Sacked in the morning, man.
Porto against Inter Milan. It's second in Liga Portugal against second in Serie A. Porto lost 1-0 in the first leg. Otavio sent off. Surely that's it.
That was the problem. You got the nail on the head there, THOGDAD. Otavio got sent off and then they conceded a last-minute bullet volley from Lukaku. It's expected at San Siro that they were going to win that game. So I'm actually quite impressed by Porto for holding that much of the match at 0-0. And if they had brought back a 0-0 to the Estadio de Dragão, I don't think it's a question that neither of us would have written off Porto's successive run-through for the third time in the Champions League knockout stage. They've been through this round the last 2 times. You've got to remember that. They're a historic club. They've won the Champions League twice, the last time being in 2004-05 season with Mourinho. They've got history, and I think that heritage does help them get through the rounds. The problem is right now, the pressure's on. They know they're 8 points adrift of Benfica in the Portuguese league, so all the primary focus is on the UCL.
Well, they've got Mehdi Taremi, Theo. He's got 13 league goals this season. He's a game changer, isn't he?
There are cracks in the rock of that Inter defence, and we saw that against Spezia. They lost 2-1.
They did, Theo, and also they've not got a very good recent record in Portugal. The last 8 games, they've only won 1 of them.
You say that, but Porto don't have this good record. They've lost the last 6 of their 7 two-legged UCL ties when they've lost the first round. So now coming back to it, I know it's at home, but the history might rewrite itself and Inter might just grind out a 0-0.
Lautaro Martinez, 14 goals in the league this season. He's a bit good, isn't he?
This is when I was actually in Naples watching Inter knock Barcelona out the Champions League at the group stage. And watching that game, I knew that Lautaro Martinez and Edin Dzeko can link up against anybody. And Barcelona are a very respectable team. Top of La Liga, even beating Real Madrid to it. Inter can go anywhere and put in a shift. I think Inter will grind out a result, but I want Porto to do it.
Yes, you are a big fan of Porto,
I
aren't
like
you?
Portuguese football, and I've been to Estadio de Dragão for Portuguese national games and Porto matches. I might even go to this game, and I think the Portistas can do it with their fans as a 12th man.
This is going to be fairly low scoring. I nearly went 0-0. I'm going 1-1 after 90 minutes.
1 win from their last 8 away matches to Portuguese sides in European competition. A draw does it for them. That's why this game is so special. I'm actually going to go FC Porto 1 Inter 0, which is 1-1 on aggregate. Extra time, 0 goals. We're going to go to penalties, and I have a feeling the Portuguese men in front of their fans are going to win the penalties by 4-3. And they're going to go through. They're going to knock Inter out. It's going to be an insane game.
Manchester City against RB Leipzig. It's second in our Premier League against third in the Bundesliga. And absolutely, Theo, 1-1 in the first leg. Mahrez scored earlier. And then Gvardiol, he doesn't just guard the goal, Theo. He also scores goals.
And that's why he's one of the best European centre-backs in the world right now. But I've got confidence City going to get the job done. Last time RB Leipzig went to Manchester, they lost 6-3.
Yes.
9-goal thriller. But that was in the group stage. I can't see any team coming to City, since the Lyon game, and knocking them out the Champions League. There's a reason that they're favourites to win the Champions League, and I feel like now that they're trailing enough in the Premier League, they have to go full throttle in this European competition. Erling Haaland, Bernardo Silva, Grealish, Mahrez, all the lads need to contribute. Everyone needs to play a part here. This is the time.
True, Theo. This will be the 6th time consecutively in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, but they can't seem to go beyond that. But Theo, you're the expert on the Bundesliga. Now tell us more about RB Leipzig. Now they're sort of joint third, aren't they, with Union Berlin, Freiburg. Do they have any chance? They've got the likes of Szoboszlai.
But the one to watch is Emil Forsberg. Without scoring in the first leg, he's gone and scored in all 3 consecutive matches since the first leg. He'll be licking his lips thinking, if there's ever a time for me to turn up, it's now, the Swedish boy. On recent form, they look very good. The problem is, City is solid. In their last 4 games since the first leg, they've won all 4. They've been brilliant. They've scored 10 goals. Everyone's contributed. Phil Foden has guaranteed himself a spot in the lineup. I think his recent performances, he's shining, isn't he? At home especially.
That is true. And in those 4 games, Theo, City have only conceded 1 goal, which I think is the key. So they're winning games 1-0, 2-0.
I'm simply going to go City 3, RB Leipzig 0. I can't see the Germans doing it. I don't even see them scoring, to be honest, which is different from last year.
Theo, they've got Timo Werner. Surely he scores.
That is the reason we are moving on to the next match. There is not a chance Timo Werner drops a masterclass in this game.
I'm going to agree with you. Man City 2, Leipzig 0. Napoli against Eintracht Frankfurt. This is first in Serie A against 6th in the Bundesliga. Have we ever had an easier game to predict? Surely Napoli smashed them.
Frankfurt can't buy a win. I think it's now 4 games on a winless run, including the Frankfurt first leg, which I was at.
Yes.
And the problem was, Napoli are too good. They are one of the best teams in the world right now. And they're going to be bringing home a first Scudetto since 1990 this season, guaranteed, because it's 15 points adrift between Napoli and Inter. The league is done. They've got players like Kvara who are just shining right now. I know I say this every time, but I've got to give him credit for his goal against Atalanta. If you've not seen it, go and grab some popcorn and get yourself a brew and enjoy it. Put it in slow-mo, watch it again. He looks like Maradona. He's playing like it. He's a Georgian goat, and he's going to send them and not. He's going to score again. Frankfurt. I'm just going to get straight to my prediction because this game is boring because it's so obvious what's going to happen. 2-0.
Yes.
Kvara to score. Game over.
Let's talk about Osimhen.
Yeah, great player.
19 goals in the league this season.
And the thing is, the reason he's got interest everywhere he goes is because his goal per minute ratio is one of the best in the top 5 European leagues. And it's not about what he does on the ball. He gets in the right places. By the way, he does miss chances, but he has enough chances at Napoli to make his goal record unbelievable.
Do you think he'd work in the Premier League?
I think he would. He's physical, he's fast, he scores goals. When Haaland came to the Premier League, he shocked the system. I want to mention one thing to UEFA. I think the handling of the away fan situation was really weird. If you don't know what happened, Dad, Frankfurt were banned away fans. And I think if you can't allow away fans into a stadium for a Champions League match, then play it at neutral ground, because football is for the fans. And if you can't facilitate away fans going to a game in an area you think is too scary or is at risk, then play it somewhere else.
I agree totally, Theo. A game is not a game if there aren't away fans. And the Old Firm derby is brilliant, Celtic against Rangers. But when you're banning the away fans,
what's the point?
And I know why you do it. You're doing it for safety reasons, etc. But it's a different game.
I don't think it's ever right to ban fans completely, because then we're losing the love of the sport. Then we're just doing it for the TV rights, and then that's not fun. That's not part of the game.
I'm going for 3-0. I nearly went 2-0, but I think they won't take their foot off the pedal. Osimhen will get 2 of them. Maybe Kvara or Di Lorenzo will get the other. And now for Real Madrid against Liverpool. And if you want me to keep my job on this show,
no, you're sacked.
Press the like button and subscribe. Somebody there is not subscribed.
Don't press the like button. I'm sacking him.
Real Madrid against Liverpool, 2nd in La Liga against 6th in the Premier League. This game was 5-2 in the first leg. But it was an incredible game, wasn't it, Theo? Because Real Madrid only had 6 shots on target.
After conceding 5 goals, I realised that's just the 2nd time in their history that they've ever done that. Jurgen Klopp can beat anyone, and by any amount of goals. That's why this game has got everybody tuning in. It depends which Liverpool turns up. There is a possibility, and I said this on Ben Foster and Mark Goldbridge's Football Fill-In show, that Liverpool go here, score 2 early goals, the pressure rises like the Chelsea second leg, and they get a 3rd. Pressure's more on Madrid because they know how embarrassing it is if they go off the fact of a 5-2 win and bottling it. And let's not forget, Liverpool have done this in the second leg before. They did it against Barcelona in the 18-19 Champions League season, where they lost the first leg, I think it was 3-0, and won the second leg 4-0 at home. The difference was it was at Anfield, but it shows that Jurgen Klopp's done it with his boys before.
This will be an absolute miracle if Liverpool can win this by 3 goals or more. But what it's all about, Theo, is being clinical and cutting out the mistakes. Real Madrid were clinical and Liverpool made mistakes defensively.
But Liverpool against United, if that team turns up, if the same performance comes in, they're going through. They're going through. Real Madrid have been bottling it recently. We've seen it on their form. I know Vinny Jr., Benzema, all the lads are going to be free and ready to go. They're going to be hungry, and they know actually if they score 1 goal in 90 minutes, it's done. It takes 1 goal to kill this game. I'm not sure if they really got it in them, but if they do, it's going to be the game of the champions. It's going to be one of the best games ever. You can't forget the remontada that they've done, as I mentioned, but let's also not forget that they've beaten Madrid at Bernabeu before. Gakpo, Nunez, Salah. They need to be as fluid as they were in that United game. They need to scare the Real Madrid defenders.
Benzema, Theo, 11 league goals this season. That ain't bad, but it's not as good as last season. 2 goals in the first leg. Is he the same product that he was a year or 2 ago?
I know realistically that Benzema will have one moment in this match, because we've seen Liverpool even blow it to Bournemouth. They literally lost to Bournemouth last week. There's not a team in the world that I would back to go to Real Madrid and win away after losing to Bournemouth. But I actually think they lost that game because the players' thoughts and minds was on Spain. They were ready for that flight, that private jet to Madrid, direct, straight to the airport, straight to the hotel. into the game. I think they weren't thinking about more.
He's en route for the Golden Boot. 8 goals in the UCL so far. Vinny's got 6 goals. Who's going to score the most goals in this tournament? Vinny or Mo Salah?
Well, Haaland could score about 6 goals at Leipzig at home after their last performance. That's the
true.
thing. I think Madrid are going to feel the quakiness of the first few minutes. Liverpool are going to score 2 early goals. As time goes by, Madrid will find their own feet, and they know that one more goal brings the game to extra time if Liverpool score it. In the second half, Karim Benzema nods one home, 2-1 full time. Even though Liverpool have won, they've lost. They're at the Champions League, Madrid go through, and they've won the Champions League more than anybody else. They've got the history to do it, and this game is a fascinating fixture because it was the previous Champions League final, but they're going to knock them out of the Bernabeu.
Nobody goes to Bernabeu and overcomes a 3-goal deficit. It just doesn't happen.
Doesn't, no. Chelsea nearly did it last year.
It's a good Liverpool team, but it's not good enough, Theo. I think this is going to be Real Madrid 2, Liverpool 2. And I take your point, Liverpool might go ahead, but it's Real Madrid.
Yeah.
It's the Bernabeu. I'm sorry, no chance.
It's going to be a special game if they can score the early goals like I predicted. I want them to do a remontada.
Of course,
It's a great football story. If you look at the odds, it's disgraceful how much they're writing off Liverpool. You never know with Jurgen Klopp. I'm going to book some flights tonight. Where shall I go? There's loads of games. What do you want me to go to? But apart from that, any final words, Dad?
Everyone wish me happy birthday for tomorrow.
Tomorrow?
Yeah. Have you got my present? Where is it? Go off and buy me a present.